and it feels really weird. It feels like good but weird as well.
Yeah, you know it. You know it.
Awesome. Is it so? How's the mood there? Like, how's the mood in general in America in lockdown at the moment?
Well, I think it's definitely something that's very different than anything that a lot of us have ever experienced in our lifetime. So we're having to learn to adapt, but trying to, of course, stay hopeful and optimistic that soon we'll be able to safely go back out again and kind of enjoy the things that we've grown to love about life. But right now, the mood is it's just quiet. That it, maybe not inside these four walls, but definitely outside. You know, you go to take a walk, you're like, oh, am I the only person in this community?
Yeah, what are you guys up to in your house? I mean, you're such a busy person. I mean, how are you finding like kind of taking a bit of time?
Well, you know, I'm truly, as my song says, a working girl professional. And it's been definitely a change for me being in one place for over a month.
Mhm.
But, you know, there are some great joys with that. I've been able to reconnect really well with my mom, my grandma. You know, when I come home, I come home for a holiday and I'm here for 4 days max and I'm back on the road. That's like that for the last like 5, 6 years. So it's really nice to sit around and play Connect Four with them and have a good time. But while also still staying a working girl, like I've been continuing to promote our new show We're Here that's coming this Thursday. Also, I released a 1 hour stand-up special on YouTube for free for, you know, world. Uh, it's called Laquifa is Hallelujah, and that's available over there on YouTube. And so, you know, I'm still working. I'm still, you know, created a little home studio with lights and a camera so that I can stay connected with my fans via the social media. So, you know, the only thing is that I have a mustache and a beard a little bit, but that's all.
Sorry, can I just pause you for 1 second because I'm getting a bit of a connection issue. I
Of
need,
course.
I might just try putting a different using my hotspot because it's glitching a bit. So that should work. This is the problem with Zoom, isn't it?
Don't worry. Yeah, sometimes go, but it's okay. I've got tons of patience for this because I've had to develop it. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Good now. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready again. Sorry about that.
Let's rock and roll. No problem.
Okay, can I just ask you that question again? How are you finding lockdown? What are you kind of getting up to?
Well, during this time that we're all experiencing right now, where we've been asked to stay in the house, it's a little strange for me because, you know, as my song says, I'm a working girl professional. I'm accustomed to being on tour and being out there with fans around the world. But it's also given me a great time to two things. One, to really reconnect with my family. I'm here in the house in my hometown of Paris, Texas, with my mom and my grandma. So that's been nice to sit around and play Connect Four sometimes together, like board games. But also, it's given me a great opportunity to connect with my fans even more through social media and online, and you know, let them know a lot of information about, you know, the show that we have coming up this week. But I'm also trying to just keep them optimistic, hopeful, and with a smile. So I just released a 1 hour comedy show called Laquifa is Hallelujah. That's over on YouTube for free for everybody. Just, you know, to try to spread some joy and laughter around.
Yeah, to when you talk about We're Here, I've been watching it. I absolutely love it. It's so good.
Oh, thank you.
It's like an emotional roller coaster every episode, isn't it? It's like I've like cried quite a lot.
You know, the surprising thing is I cried a lot too, and I'm not a huge crier, but sometimes we need that cry for like an emotional release, right? And I always say this show is kind of like a ride at Six Flags or an amusement park where, you know, you are going to go through your range of screaming and maybe crying and, oh my God, get me off here. And then, woo, yay, I want to ride again. That's what this is. And we're kind of like that safety bar that as long as you know that's there, you know, as long as you know you got Bobby, Eureka, and Shangela, you're going to be taken care of. So take the ride. Take the ride.
And would you just mind like giving us a summary about the premise of the show?
Yeah, the show, and the reason I really love the show is We're Here is created by Johnny Ingram and Steve Warren. And it's a show that takes three fabulous, drag entertainers, and we travel across America, specifically to small towns, to partner with people to help them realize their best versions of themselves and go on an emotional journey through the transformative power of drag. And then a key component is we also have to produce a one night only drag show with our new drag daughters in places that have hardly ever had shows like this before.
And what have the responses been like in the small towns? I mean, have you generally got like good responses?
Well, here's the deal. This is a real life series. So in real life, you're going to run into groups that love and applaud you, and you're going to run into moments of opposition and people who don't want you there. And I think that's what the great thing about this show is, that it gives a real life view of a lot of things that drag queens deal with on a daily basis in real life.
Mm-hmm. And what's your relationship with Bob and Eureka? Were you friends before, or?
Sorry about that. That was me. Yeah, well, Bob, Eureka, and I are all family members, right? But we're like those distant cousins that sometimes see each other because of work or an event, and then we don't see each other again because we're all working on our own individual paths. However, this show brought us together and actually brought us even closer together. I feel like Bob and Eureka, when I say they're sisters, I really mean that they're like sisters to me, because in filming a show like this that is so emotional, that can take sometimes a heavy toll on you personally, that they were people that I leaned on at the end of the day to say, guys, I just need to vent about this for a second. Or when we be stressed and having to put together an amazing, high quality show that we wanted to really do something magical in this community, that takes a lot of work and can be very stressful at times. So we would lean on each other to build each other back up, and that's what's really brought us closer together.
What do you think the main challenges with the show? Because you just named quite a few different challenges there. Was there like one kind of overriding one when you were making it?
Well, I think one big challenge is that we're working with our drag daughters are great people, but this is their first time doing drag ever. Okay. And so not only are we partnering with them in their, to highlight the story that they're telling that's unique, that we want to connect with and help them go on this emotional journey. So not only are we mentors for them personally, but we're also mentors for them for a show. And in producing a high quality drag show, look, I'm Shangela. I've done this a million times, and I know that I'm going to get on there and turn the party, okay? But for someone who it's their first time walking in heels, and I want to deliver this high line, amazing thing, they had to really trust me, and I had to really trust that they were going to be committed to learning lyrics, choreography, being able to do it in new costumes, padded, tucked sometimes, and in heels, and getting them to that comfort level and being confident enough in themselves to really deliver what I knew they had in them. That was one of the biggest challenges, is breaking through their perception of what they could and couldn't do, because I could see it. Sometimes you can't see it. I could see, baby, I know you can do this if you just work with me. And it's amazing to see these beautiful moments happen on camera.
And is it slightly strange that it's being released at the moment on lockdown? Because people are it's probably quite good for like audiences, because everyone's kind of watching TV and they want new things to watch.
Look, none of us could have anticipated a moment like this in the world right now, but I must say that I'm so thankful to be a part of this show that's about to bring a true amazing example of the powers of compassion and humanity and the importance of connection and community. So that's the brilliant thing right now, and so many people are going to be able to see this, not only those around the world that where it's going to be shown on television, but also those who have access to HBO's YouTube channel will be able to see the first episode for free with no subscription, just by logging on and joining us for our DigiKiki that's happening 30 minutes before online, and then for the actual show. So I wouldn't have ever wished for something like coronavirus. But the fact that people are starving for content right now, and it's something that we're going to give them that is heartwarming and good, I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, tell me about the Kiki that you're having before the screen, the episode.
Now, look, so we couldn't do a red carpet premiere, obviously, right? I'm sitting on brown carpet right now at my grandma's house. So we are going to be doing an amazing online premiere that, I mean, still has all the elements of a great premiere. It has divas, it has drag, it has celebrities like who have seen the show and come in to chat about it. People like Ellen Pompeo and Drew Barrymore, Naomi Watts and Andrew Reynolds, and even Monet Exchange gonna come over and kiki with us. Like, it's just a really fun thing, and I'm excited for fans to. We're gonna talk about our new song, the song that's associated with the show, and just have fun leading into this. And then we get to chat live with fans during the show as well. So it should be really cool.
So you're gonna be kind of getting ready in your grandma's house for the Kiki.
Child, I'm gonna throw a boa on. Me and Granny gonna sit up here in front of this TV and have us a lovely time. And my mom, I'm already putting glam on her, so get ready.
How do you normally prepare for a performance? Because obviously last year you did this year you've done like so many shows. And do you have like a ritual of getting like ready for the show?
Well, with regard to makeup and everything, I like to listen to music, definitely, when I'm getting ready, whether it's the music that I'll be performing that night or it's just my Dreamgirls album, which is my favorite go-to. Like, I love Dreamgirls, and from start to finish, it's a show. I have my makeup time that I can go from track one to the final track and then be done. Right? So I like to listen to music to get into that mood of like performance and diva. Dreamgirls is something all about glam and it's a story of these girls that come into their own and Dreamgirls. So I love doing that. That's how I prepare for a show. That, and I also think about my audience. I know that I want them to have fun tonight or during the performance. I know I want to have fun. So I get excited about what I'm doing.
Like, yeah, and so, but do you find it kind of like, it's because when you're on the road, you're doing like so many dates, aren't you? Like across the country. Is it kind of you're in that mood for the whole of the duration of the tour? You're like really focused and like kind of preparing for the show, and it's like unrelenting, basically.
Look, I am definitely committed to my shows, but I'm also a person that loves to have fun, So specifically, I think about in 2018, I did the largest tour from any drag race queen ever in the history of Drag Race. I did 184 cities around the world in 2018, and girl, yes. So in doing that, every moment is not like, yay, here we go. There were moments where I just wanted to sleep, that I totally needed a nap so that I can deliver my best. And there are moments like after the show when I'm too excited to go to sleep. I just finished an amazing show. I want to go out and experience the local culture of these places that, I'd never been to before. Places like Singapore and Stockholm and, throughout Spain and across America even. And I wanted to go out. I'm a fun-loving person that loves that, to go out and dance and enjoy being with people. So I would do that. It's all of that happened.
Yeah, it's the adrenaline, I guess, when you come off stage as well. It's just like, you can't just, go to bed, can you? It's like...
Well, yeah, and it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to be celebrated by others, to connect with them and to feed off the energy that the audience has. It really is. And to know that I'm out there doing something that I have such a passion for and I love doing, which is drag.
Mm-hmm. I know you always seem to have like a really good time. That's one thing I've gathered, like, because I actually spoke to you at A Star Is Born in London. I did
Oh my gosh, on the red carpet?
Yeah, and like that, you had like the best, you had the most fun out of everyone, apart from Gaga, obviously, because she had a good time too, but like, it was like such a celebration, wasn't it?
Girl, first of all, like, all of the things leading up to that moment, like the dress had just arrived. My mom flew it over that morning, right? I'd never tried it on before. The hair, I was finding a local wig stylist to come and like recurl some things for me. I was, beating my face, and I wanted to be early to the carpet so that I didn't get pushed aside, because this is my first big movie, right? And I just remember like everything worked out perfectly, like the time on the carpet, and Gaga arrived like right there, right, I think after me, and I was on the carpet at the same time as Gaga and talking to you guys, and it was in Leicester Square that I was just like, it was like I was I've never been a princess, but it felt like being a princess at like a ball. Like this was Cinderella. If she was real, this is what Cinderella felt like, because I was just blown away by how big it was, and the excitement, and the fact that I was actually in a movie directed by Bradley Cooper and with Lady Gaga. Like this, it was magical. It was a magical night, and the dress fit so perfect. I was really living, child. I was living.
Yeah, that's kind of risky, isn't it? Having the dress, because if the dress arrived and you were like it didn't work out properly, you'd be, yeah.
Girl, let me tell you, one of the local designers who actually lives in London, from the design house Bang London. I don't know if you ever seen any of their stuff. They're really talented. Like they make lots of stuff for like, big performers and people from Little Mix and Rita Ora's and all that. Anyway, the guy had to come because the dress was about 4 inches too short. And my friend Derek from Bang London came and actually created that beautiful mermaid tulle bottom to make it go all the way to the ground, because otherwise it was too short. So all that energy and adrenaline and sewing and all that right before that, just to be there in that moment, and it all worked out beautifully. I will never forget that. I will never forget. I'm glad you were there too.
Yeah, no, I love talking to you. That was the highlight of my night, actually.
Oh yeah. Well, don't tell Gaga.
No, actually, I remember we have footage of you guys talking because she walked past, and it was like, yeah, it's a really nice moment.
I'll never forget. She grabbed my hand and she goes, hello, actress, like that. That's what she said to me, hello, actress. And I was like, hi, Gaga. She's always been the most warm, kind, the embodiment of kindness, really, and always so supportive of me. And I will never forget the great opportunity that she gave me in being a part of this with her, and then how kind she was throughout the whole process. Like I want to continue. It inspires me to continue to be as kind as I can as well, because I'm like, it's Lady Gaga. She could totally be like, don't speak to me, but she's not that way. She's not at all.
Amazing. And do you think drag is becoming more mainstream? Do you think like it's becoming like more applicable to like mainstream audiences?
Well, I think that as we see drag become more visible in television and media, that yes, some may say it's becoming more mainstream. I just like to say it's becoming more visible across places and platforms that may have never had a touch point to drag before. And I'm all for that. I mean, it's exciting to be, from the family of RuPaul's Drag Race, a show that helped to pave the way for so many other modes of acceptance for drag in television and film. And now here we are with this amazing show. We're here, to be able to continue that narrative and continue that visibility in the most authentic way.
Definitely. And speaking of Drag Race, have you been watching it recently? Are you up to date?
Girl, I always say I'm a fan first and a contestant second, even though I've been there 95,000 times, right? I have been watching this season because I love Drag Race. I think it's a fun show.
And what do you think of the whole Sherry Pie thing that's going on at the moment?
Well, here's the thing. Drag Race is a show that's all about fun and life. It's an escape sometimes from the stress and anxiety or the heaviness of the world. It's supposed to be a fun show. So, I mean, I don't know Sherry Pie. I've never met her. But I do know that the network and the producers of the show have tried to maintain the root, the heart of what Drag Race is, which is something that shouldn't be muddled down by drama, right? It's just a show that we get to connect with people. We get to see these people fighting for their dream. What I was doing in there, fighting to be crowned America's next drag superstar, while also sharing with the world who I was as a person and an entertainer. So I'm glad to see that they have, held on to the integrity of the show and did what they needed to do, as well as made donations to charitable organizations to show their commitment.
Definitely, I 100% agree with you.
Well, good, girl, with me and you.
And final question, what are your like lockdown recommendations? What have you been like watching, reading, and listening to?
Okay, I could do this all day with you, girl. I live, because, in addition to being a working girl professional, we have to turn that off sometimes and just enjoy doing nothing and enjoying good content and being entertained. I love, okay, it's the last season of Homeland, and I've watched all the seasons of Homeland. I love those types of shows. Homeland, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder. Kerry Washington's in a new one on Hulu called Little Fires Everywhere. I love that. I love Westworld has come back for another season. My friend Lena Waithe is now in that. Living. I watch, oh my gosh, Game of Thrones. You can always go back to Game of Thrones. Start at season 1 because you'll find what I did. You miss little things. So you go back and you rewatch it and you're like, oh, okay, that's why okay, yes. So, I mean, I'm forever the Khaleesi of drag, you already know. So I enjoy watching all of those shows. Did I give you too many? I'm sorry, girl, I love
No,
TV.
it's like, yeah, just cram it all in, why not?
Right. And you know, my friend Valentina from Drag Race is actually about to be on the newest season of this Netflix show called Casa de Flores, or House of Flowers. Mm-hmm. So that should be really cool. And I've been watching Elite on Netflix. I've binged all the seasons, and it's so good.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to add? I think we kind of covered it.
No, I mean, I'm just, you know, this smile, you would think it was tattooed on, because I'm just so excited that finally this show that we've been carrying around with us since we filmed the first episode maybe 9 months ago, now we're able to give birth to it, right, to the world. And that's just a really cool feeling. So, you know, I'm really excited. And thank you for chatting with me.
I asked what was the guy's name in the first episode? And
Hunter, my drag daughter.
Yeah, I asked my dad if he would like go and drag and like drive a motorbike, and he said he didn't think so. But I was like, well, that's not a no.
Well, hey, that's exactly what Hunter's dad said too, right? And it's cool to see that, you know, because of the love that this family has between them, the dad was willing to challenge even what he considered his definition of masculinity, challenge his own masculinity to show his support of his gay son. So, yeah, you never know. Dad, you let me talk to daddy next time. I got you, girl.
I will. Well, thank you so much. It's lovely talking to you.
You're welcome. Great talking to you too. Take care, boo.
Bye.
Bye.